guys, Logan Battles here. So I'm doing another prediction video for week 5, I believe, of college football. And this week I think is going to be interesting, considering that there are a few games that I really wanted to put my predictions in, or bring in my own predictions for these games I want to bring up. So without any further ado, let me start this video by taking a look at some of these games that I think are going to be interesting to watch. And then I'll be getting to my prediction while explaining why I picked one team to beat another. So here we go. Now starting off with number 11, Tennessee versus number 25, Georgia. I think they might struggle against Georgia the same way they were against Florida last week. You know, because last week's game against Florida, they were trailing at the first half, and then they made a comeback and beat the Gators of Florida, which I was so happy that they did. Thank you, Tennessee. But yeah, again, I think Tennessee might struggle against Georgia, maybe in the first half, but I think in the second half they might make things a little bit interesting, at least for me. I think this game might be a little bit turned into last week's game against Florida, Tennessee's last week's game against Florida. So with that being said, I'm going to pick Tennessee to win this game, considering that last week I picked Florida to beat Tennessee. Because last week, Georgia, by the way, lost to Ole Miss 45-14. While they were ranked number 12 at the time, they lost 45-14 to a ranked 23 team at the time. Like, are you kidding me? So with all that out of the way, without anything else to say about this game, I'm picking Tennessee to win possibly a close game, maybe by 7, a touchdown, maybe. Number 8, Wisconsin versus number 4, Michigan. This is going to be a very interesting top 10 Big Ten matchup. Now, as you may know now, as I already said it, Michigan is like ranked number 4 in the nation, and Wisconsin is ranked number 8 in the nation. Now, I think that Wisconsin, even though they have a good team, considering that week 1, they beat LSU slightly, 16-14, which at the time LSU was ranked number 5, and they were unranked, and they beat a top 5 team in the country, which is a shocker to me. So yeah, even though Wisconsin I think is a good team to compete with, I don't think they might do well against Michigan. What they did to Michigan State last week, I don't think it'll happen to Michigan. Because Michigan right now, I believe, is, the last time I checked, 4-0 maybe? And they're ranked number 4 in the country, and I totally find that hard to believe that they might beat up the same way Michigan State were. Because Michigan is a very talented team, and a very tough team to beat, or at least at this moment in time. But yeah, Michigan, I think, is not going to end up the same way as Michigan State was last week when Michigan State faced Wisconsin, or in fact lose to Wisconsin 30-6, which again surprises me. So with that, I'm picking Michigan to win this game. Now, this is the one game that I already predicted back few months back in one of my previous videos that I did, where I predicted my team's schedule. But I figured I might do it again in this video. So here it is. Number 12, Florida State versus North Carolina. Now, Florida State is going to win this game, without a doubt. If you had not watched my video a few months back called My 2016 Florida State Football Prediction, you would know that I predicted Florida State to win this game by 14 points, I believe, because I said in that video I don't trust North Carolina's team, or at least their offense, because I think my Seminoles defense, even though they lost to Derwin James due to injury, I think it was on his knee, I think that Josh Sweet, I believe, I think might be a valuable weapon, defensive weapon for FSU to, hold on to UNC's offense. Now, to give credit where credit is due, UNC's defense, I thought, did a really good job. Although they did give up points to Georgia in week 1 of this college football season. But other than that, I thought their defense did good. So I might give them a slight edge. But other than that, I am not going to give North Carolina any kind of chance to win this game against my Noles, especially when they face my Seminoles at Doe Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Because Florida State has pretty much always, well, almost always, win at home against their opponents, no matter if they're dominant home games or just close home games. And North Carolina, again, I think is going to have a hard time facing my Seminoles at Doe Campbell Stadium. So with that, I'm still going with my score that I already made in one of my previous videos that I just told you guys about. You want to know what my score is for this game? Oklahoma versus number 21 TCU. Now this is a rivalry game in the Big 12 conference. That's pretty much the reason why I'm having this game to be predicted in this video. So let me discuss this game right ahead. TCU, even though they lost to Arkansas, who I think was ranked 21 at the time, they might not end up the same way they were against Oklahoma, because Oklahoma lost 2 games, and TCU, I thought, lost either 1 or 2 games. Maybe 1, I don't know. I gotta check and see. Oh yeah, I was right. They only have 1 loss. I don't see how Oklahoma's going to be able to beat TCU at their home turf. TCU, I think, might handle their business well at home against Oklahoma. Although I must say this could end up be a close or tight game. Because as you may know, this is a rivalry game. Let's say TCU might win this game by 4 points, maybe? And how could we not end this video with, I probably would consider to be the most interesting, much-watched game this week in college football? You know what that game is considered to be? It's number 3 Louisville versus number 5 Clemson. This game, I think, is going to be very, very, very interesting. Much more interesting to watch than the other few games I predicted. Now, back to the game. The Cardinals of Louisville, led by Lamar Jackson, who is big time, are facing Deshaun Watson's Clemson Tigers at their home turf. Lamar Jackson, even though he made 25 touchdowns, which is so huge, no other words to say how big time this guy really is. I mean, Lamar Jackson is a stud. Even though that is the case, I don't know if he'll dominate Clemson the same way he dominated my Florida State Seminoles and a few other teams. Although he might make some big plays, I can tell you that. Deshaun Watson, I think, might have a bigger game in this than Lamar Jackson did. Even though I do think Lamar Jackson's 25 touchdown mark is huge, big time, I find it hard to believe that he'll score more than at least 5 or 6 touchdowns. I don't know if that's going to happen against the Tigers of Clemson. So, this is the hardest game I have ever tried to make a prediction of. Man, which team am I going to pick to win this game? Based on talent and based on competition, based on a lot of things, responsibility, leadership, the accountability, the stuff, all things you would say about this game. I think all those combined together could lead to Deshaun Watson. I think Deshaun Watson and the Clemson Tigers might win this game slightly. Maybe by either 3 or 2 points. So anyway, guys, those are the games that I predicted for week 5 of college football. If you guys enjoy this video and you agree with some of my predictions, please click the like button and comment down below to let me know what you think. And if you enjoy what you've seen here and you want to see future videos from me, please click the subscribe button so that you never miss a video. I will see you guys next week on Friday with a brand new video. Have a great week, Battle Squad, and as always, fight the good fight. Peace.